Hello everyone, and I wanted to talk about the film that I've just watched called Willy's Wonderland. Now I felt this was right up fucking Nicolas Cage's alley because of what he's doing lately. Whoop. Got to move that. But this film sucked fucking ass, man. It sucked ass. I had a lot of comparisons being like saying they basically made Five Nights at Freddy's, and I never played those games because they also sucked ass, like had no interest in that shit. But I felt like this was like where Nicolas Cage is at right now. He's not like a Hollywood like blockbuster guy. He's doing kind of semi-independent shit because, well mate, don't buy 13 houses. You know, he's skint, that's why he does like 12 movies a year. But I felt this film could have like kind of like, it felt kind of independent, but it was like streaming into like some sort of area where like it was more mainstream. But the film sucked ass, man. It was terrible. Like, I felt I had so much high hopes for this because basically Nicolas Cage's character, he doesn't say one word through the entire thing, and what his idiosyncrasies are far more interesting than the backstory of Willy's Wonderland that's revealed to you. Basically, it opens up to the fact that a couple with a small child are in Willy's Wonderland and they die and the child survives. That'll come into it later. He's driving down the road like a fucking lunatic and he hits a road spike, and wouldn't you know, a tow truck comes along and offers him to pick up his car, take him back to the garage, and when they get back to the garage he says it's going to take about $1,000 to fix, and of course he doesn't have $1,000, so they say if you want to pay it off, go to Willy's Wonderland, clean it up, you can pay it off that way. And he does it, and that's how Nicolas Cage's character gets to Wonderland. Hits a road spike, tow truck, offers like if you want to pay off the grand debt to fix your car, go to Willy's Wonderland. And I was like, alright, cool. But this whole time when he's in the tow truck, the driver's trying to speak to him, and he just kind of like looks at him the whole time he's just looking at him, and I'm like, okay, he's trying to pay the mysterious stranger clunky squid shit. But then there was times where I'm like, no, you would say something there, and he doesn't speak, and that's what it. He does not do one word of dialogue through the whole fucking thing. But basically, the child from the couple that you saw, she's now grown up and she's trying to light Willy's Wonderland on fire. She gets caught, put in fucking the back of the police car and stopped basically. And she's part of this whole like little group of teenagers who all believe that Willy's Wonderland is a dangerous place. Do not fucking go in there. And this is something we're going to go back to later, but at that moment I felt like, is this like some sort of stupid teenage horror story? Is like, he's fine with it, he just wants to do his job. He's just like, if you clean it, we'll take the tip. So he's cleaning, like mopping the floor, everything, and then an ostrich comes to life and starts like moving towards him like that. And at first he's like, bum 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 bum, and then it says something, so he snaps it and fucking baya, like whacks it. And he's totally cool with it. He's like, okay, killed that, put it in the bag because I'm supposed to be cleaning the place, puts it in a bin bag and takes it out to the trash. And now at this point the teenagers have come to the fucking Willy's Wonderland place and they see him inside. So they're knocking on the door like, get the fuck out of there, you crazy motherfucker, you're gonna die. And he's just like, I don't give a shit. Keeps cleaning, so they find a way to get into the place. So all of them, there's like 6 of them who believe in this thing, now go into the place. And what's so stupid about it is 2 of them, the girlfriend and boyfriend, as soon as they get into the place, for some reason the girlfriend is like infatuated, she's kind of freaky, and she's like, oh, this is the place that went down, this is where they got killed, you know. And the boyfriend's like, cool, oh, I'm horny, I'm 18, forget about the danger, I'll follow you. And like, they immediately went from don't go in there, this place will kill you, to both of them like, oh fuck it, let's go, disappear, like typical teenager horror fashion. Like, you, what the fuck? There was no reason to do that whatsoever. No reason to do that whatsoever. So a lot of backstory, basically, this Willy's Wonderland was opened by a crazy serial killer guy. But not only did he just be the one serial killer, he invited other people to the place that were also like crazy serial killer psychopaths, and basically when people started dying, they eventually clicked on, and when this cops or whatever went to go and get them, they done like a crazy demonic suicide pact so that the souls could leave their bodies but could inhabit other shit, the puppets, and that's how that all starts. But the whole time I'm like, I want you to know about Nicolas Cage's character. He's obviously the coolest character in the film. Who the fuck is he? Because he's got this obsession with like a drink called Punch, which is I guess is like Red Bull or something. And he's got a watch where when the alarm goes off, he has to drink a punch. Now I don't know if this is tied into a game or something, but like, because there's literally a point where the girl who's now growing up and wants to burn the place down, she's about to fight one of the puppets. His alarm goes off. He leaves her with like a flick knife to go and drink a punch and play pinball, which is also something he just finds. He's like, looks in the corner and it looks like a pinball, and he takes it off, and he's now obsessed with playing this pinball machine. He's obsessed. And he's doing all this fucking, like fucking, I don't know man, like Vogue shit or something. And he just is obsessed with it, but I want to know why doesn't he talk? Why is he obsessed with the punch? What's with the pinball? But you never hear about this through the whole thing. And the whole serial killer doing a demonic pact thing to go into puppets is so boring compared to why he is the way he is, with not one word a dialogue. So basically, Nicolas Cage is unstoppable. He can just do shit for some reason, like one of the puppets can smash somebody in half, but he can be like, block, fucking bang, you know, like giving the jabs. As it turns out, of course, as I say, the tow truck driver's complicit, the guy that owns the place is complicit, the sheriff is complicit. They basically agreed that occasionally they would sacrifice somebody to Willy's Wonderland so that it would save them from incurring wrath. Like the puppets wouldn't leave the place, they wouldn't go to like the fucking ice cream parlor or whatever. It would stick to the building. So she doesn't want to go in. So basically she's in there. She's like, back up motherfucker, I'm sorry but you have to die to preserve the peace to the land. I mean, you're responsible for killing the teens that have died, the other puppets, which is of course bollocks. And of course, Nicolas Cage, the man, doesn't die. He's like, fuck you, and he just goes ham, absolutely goes ham until you can see. Let's see if you can see it on the bottom there. He just goes ham on Willy, Willy is the big fucking weasel. He's the main boss. He's the last guy, and I thought, well, he's going to be the guy, and he's literally the puppet. He one-shots the sheriff, like bang, cuts her in half. For some reason, when it attacks Nicolas Cage, it cuts them up like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, why didn't you cut Nicolas Cage in half? Like, is it the punch? Is there something going on? Is he like a... And then never just... I'm like, oh my god, man. Like, there was like something there. You didn't have to get too deep on it, but there was something there you could have done. But basically, he kills everybody, and he cleans the place perfectly. He does the job that he was originally had to do. Like, spotless. And, of course, upon leaving the place, the young girl, now growing... I want to say Anna, but it's not Anna, but that's the main. She leaves, she doesn't really know what to do, and she gets in the car with him, and she drives off, and then when he's about to be driving off, there's a kind of punch, he drinks, and he's about to drink it, and he hands it to her. And I'm like, is this some secret shit? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, what? It's who he is more interesting than anything else because it's mysterious and it's never revealed to you. By the way, this movie sucked ass. It was terrible. I'll never watch it again. 3 out of 10. See you next time.